Hello and welcome to another of our map reviews for the best map category of the Farming Sim 2017 mod contest. And we are looking at the map called Agro Gorale. And it's a map for an area located in Poland, which I'm sorry, I can't pronounce. It's Kujawy, Kujawy, maybe. So let's take a look at the map and get loaded up. So, yep, that's kind of get a little bit thing. So, usual sort of mods. Get that loaded. And we do have a bunch of errors, so we'll let this finish loading and then we'll just go through those. So there are a bunch of errors there. There's not much detail on this map, but the map was made by someone called Gimcio, Gimcio. Let's have a look at those errors. So we seem to be missing a bunch of textures. So yeah, we seem to be missing a bunch of textures. That is unfortunate. And let's just enable flight mode. So let's kind of get ready. And this is an Eastern European map, so expect functional looking concrete buildings is my motto when looking at these. Wow, okay, we have some crazy shaped fields here. And they are big. Okay, so we've got standard fruit types. Not sure the number of fields. I'm going to remove this because I think the numbers are underneath. Nope. Okay. So this is weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, so we don't seem to have any field numbers. And I'm not even sure if what we own. So this is a little bit strange. What I will do is, well, the first things we'll do is we'll pop into a tractor or something and see if we can what we can see in course play. But that's we'll come back to this. In terms of sale points, we've got 6, and we have just cows and pigs on this map. That's all. There's no other animals. We have 100,000 storage capacity, and that's all. So let's check out our vehicles first, and then we'll jump into one and basically see how much, if courseplay can pick up anything on the field front. So we have a New Holland T6, a Massey Ferguson MF 7700, a Vulture S series, a Stoll FZ30 front loader, and a couple of attachments. We have a Manitou MLT840 telehandler along with some attachments for that. We have 2 CR1090 New Holland combines and 2 45-foot headers for said combines. We have a Grimmy, sorry, FT300 and Rooster 604. Now these are used for sugar beet harvesting. This is used to pick up the sugar beet, and this is used to cut the tops off the sugar beet. So effectively you need this typically on the front, I think, of your tractor, maybe on the back, I don't know. And then that on the back, or there is some kind of arrangement. I've never actually used these, so I don't know how exactly you kind of put them on your vehicle. Agroliner HKD 302 trailer. We have 2 of those. We have a Joskin Transspace 8000. We have a Vogel Newt Terradisc 600. A Vortex Carrier XL 825, which is a cultivator. And we have a Vogel Newt cultivator. They do look remarkably similar, but they are different. We have 2 Titan 11 Lemkin plows. We have Vardestad Rapid A 600S seeder and a Lemkin Solitaire 12 seeder. So we have these guys. This guy is a direct seeder, this one is not. We have a Brendel F2WS 4000 fertilizer spreader, and we have a Stilla 460 sprayer. We have a Joskin Modulo 2 slurry spreader as well, and we have a Strotman PS 3401 manure spreader. We have a selection of weights. We have a Pottinger Novacat 301ED and a Novacat X8ED mower set. So effectively front mower, back mowers. We also have a Lely Splendimo 320 FC and a Splendimo 900 MC. So again, same arrangement, back mower, front mower. We have a Pottinger Hit 12.14T tedder. We have a Kuhn GA 9531 wind rower. We have a Fliegel DPW 18D bale trailer. My brain gone then for a second. And a Big Baler 1290 from New Holland. We have a Joskin Aquatrans. We have a Primor 15070 straw thingy. I'm not sure what the name of this is, but I've seen it like 3 times now. Basically, it's a machine that takes straw bales and spreads them on the ground. Basically, it takes straw bales and opens them up. We have a Silo King, a Trailed Line Duo 1840, which is basically a TMR mixer. And then we have a Silo King Self-Line Compact 1612, which is a self-propelled Silo King TMR mixer. So we've got quite a bit of equipment here. So let's get ourselves into a tractor. Or actually, well, I'm just going to try and find one. There we go. We've got course play set up for field work. Oh, this is intriguing. We have no fields. Okay, this could be interesting. We're going to take a look around the map, but I can't see a way we can buy a field at the moment. So when we go around, I'm going to keep an eye out. But that is a kind of fundamental issue. You don't have any starting fields. The map, the fields do look kind of impressive. They're huge and very complex. But if we don't have any starting fields, that could be a problem. So let's quickly sort of go around the map and then we'll have a deeper look. So first stop, grain elevator. Grain sale point, fairly standard looking place. You've got a drop off there. That does seem a little low. Some trailers won't get underneath that. There is a bunch of potatoes. There is a, what lorry is that? That is a DAF truck. And some containers and stuff around here. We have a weighbridge on the way in. And then we've got our field. So whilst I'm kind of just on this field, I'm just trying to look at the edges here to see if there's any indication of entry point. And then typically what they do with the fields, you know, obviously you've got an entry point to a field, kind of a break in the road or something like that, where the field essentially starts. We've got our tarmac road, very neatly put. So we're just kind of seeing if we can find a point at which we can guess there might have been a sale point. No. So we've got a spot here. This is our animal dealer. So we've run around. There we go. Our local animal dealer, where we can come buy our animals. Cool. That's there. So we're kind of inadvertently going anti-clockwise. This is a huge field, so I can't see any way you can purchase these fields. So I'm not sure. Let's hit the freight yard. This is a sale point, standard sort of sale point. Drop off here, and we have another one here for straw and hay. So we've got the two kind of sale points. There's another little daft truck that sat here. Was that a daft truck? Yeah, another daft truck sat here. Coming into the area for the sale, there is another weighbridge, I guess. Yep, that's another weighbridge. So there we have that. Let's hit the transport company next. Got a railway line going on here. So there's a train somewhere, because that is a sale point for a train. We've got a bunch of trucks that seem to be just loitering around and kind of used for decoration. Not quite as smooth models as that of an actual vehicle you play with in game, but it's kind of cool. This building actually reminds me of some buildings around London. Some very old, like, warehouse buildings. So it is a very good old grain elevator that is kind of concrete and very harsh kind of building. So we have we're inside the shop, and I think we're actually stuck inside the shop, and we can't get out. So we're kind of stuck inside the shop here. Maybe there's a way out. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So that's the store. From what I can see, there's not a huge amount of space around the store, and there could be some sale point, some grain or what do you call it, seed of bags that might be for purchase out there, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, hit the mill next. Hopefully we won't spawn inside something. So here's the mill. Again, lots of these lorries around. Grain drop-off point. And it's essentially a standard mill sale point. For something called a mill, there's not really much of a mill here. It's just a green shed in the middle of a bunch of trees. By the way, there is forestry on this map. Good bit of trees there. Let's head up to the biogas plant. Now, biogas plant looks a bit weird, and that would be where those missing models came from. So we had a bunch of missing model items when we were loading, and this is where they have actually sort of happened. Effectively, the stuff around the biogas plant has essentially not rendered because the mod is missing various models. I think that's a hedge potentially, but essentially it's not rendering. We've got things like tires and stuff, and there's a, I don't know what it's like, a pipe maybe. some bushes and things, and all these things around here are not going to work because essentially maybe not going to work. Like we seem to be missing things like the tanks for the BGA. I can't even see the digestate. Wondering where it is. Please say it's not round the back of here, because that would just be so awkward to unload. The digestate tanks are emptied around the back. That's actually pretty awkward positioning. So yes, the BGA, although it probably will work, will be a pain, I guess, because it's just it looks ugly. That is unfortunate. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let's take to the air. So as it stands at the moment, I can't seem to be able to purchase any fields. We seem to be missing some textures, which is basically rendering things like the biogas plant here, well, white, and a lot of the sort of elements of it. It is a big map. There's some very big fields, but the issue we have is we don't have any way of buying the fields. I think I can't see any kind of purchase markers. I don't own any fields when we go into this map, which is basically an issue. We have a railway line here. Actually, I've just noticed the train, and that's good. It does go around the entire map. Well, not around the entire map, but sort of like a loop in the middle, I guess. So the railway line does this loop here. That's what the railway line does. So this storage grain silo here, this is basically what you can use to load your train, and your train will take it down to the transport company. There's only one stop by the looks of it. I don't think you can drop off here, but you can drop off here. So it has limited use. The map isn't the full size because you can see the edge of the map there. So I think, although the PDA map does fill the entire screen, I think this isn't a kind of 4x map. It's then we've got, what have we got here? You see, there's something over there in the distance which I'm kind of wondering what it is, and I've got a lot of trees on this map, but no, there's no sawmill. So I'm wondering if that's the sawmill. There's some piles of wood there I can see in the distance. So there are, I think there's some issues with this map, and that is unfortunate. It does, the fields look intriguing. They're huge and they're very weirdly shaped. It's like someone decided that they just wanted to make crazy shaped fields, and that's what they've done, and it's kind of weird like that, but it's interesting. So we're gonna sort of arrive any second. This definitely looks like our lumber yard, so yes, this is where we can sort of do our, take our trees that we cut down from this map and run through the soybeans. And what we have here is a sawmill. Now the question is, what sort of sawmill is it? Well, it is a standard sawmill. You can sell wood, you can sell wood chips, and that's all you can do here. So you've got forestry and you've got a place to sell. Unfortunately, this is not listed on the map. That is unfortunate. It is a pretty big looking map, but there's some pretty interesting looking fields, and it appears that there is some elements of brokenness on this map. As a result, I think there's very little else we can look at on this map, unfortunately. And we do like this huge power line, and we're flying through the power lines. Luckily we didn't get electrocuted. It's very industrial. There's an almost industrial landscape, but there's also, it's a very big farming landscape. The fields are huge. There's little borders on them, which is going to make dealing with them challenging. Some of these fields have artifacts in them in terms of these power lines. I almost think actually every field has got them. Just looking across the map, I think every field has power lines running through it in some form. Yeah, I think every field has got some form of power lines running through them. Kind of annoying. Again, it's going to make life tricky when it comes to dealing with them, but yeah, it's part of the challenge. So that is that. You kind of have to work around it. So I'm trying to just moving towards that. I'm trying to figure out what that is over there. Is that gas station? That is actually the gas station. We haven't actually visited the gas station, and we're inside the gas station, so let's go to the other gas station. This is a shell garage, which is being done, and a little town. What we have here is some very functional buildings, I would say, concrete 1960s type functional buildings. So yeah, there we have that little town and some little sheds. So a little village or town or something. But yeah, there we have it. And so that's the farm. Was that the farm? Interestingly, I thought we ran around the farm. Did we run around the farm? I don't know if we ran around the farm. We did have a look, I guess. There's a lot of equipment here. There's our silo. There's various storage sheds up here. I actually don't remember running around the farm. I'm very sorry if I didn't. We've got our cow shed there, for instance. Let's just take a quick look around and just to double check. Got our cow shed. Drop off points for various food items, water, TMR, grass, all in one place. We've got all our equipment is stuffed in there. That's right, because we looked at we had to look at the tractors to actually see if we could see what the fields were like. This is another food, that is our pigs. And actually it's got a light. Oh, that's bright. Pigs won't like that. Various sheds on here. What's this? That's just another shed. So, you know, this is our farmyard. It's functional. It's got sheds, lots of storage space for all our equipment. Everything's put away nice and neatly. Tractors, everything. Combines are probably in here somewhere. Yep, combines are in there. So we've definitely got a nice little, and it's a very much an industrial farmyard. It's concreted. It's a very, there's a concrete building. It's not a rustic farmyard. It is an industrial farmyard, very much an Eastern European yard. So with that, I'm going to go back into the air just so we can get a look of the countryside. And we put the water trailer next to the little free water spot on the map. That's good. So with that, we're going to draw this one to a close, I think. So unfortunately, I can really only give this map 2 stars. The main reason for this map getting 2 stars is simply because we can't use it without fixing the issue with the fields, and there was significant errors on load which affect the map content. There are some plus points to this map though. I do like the idea of the fields. The fields do have an interesting kind of appeal. The shapes are kind of interesting and would be challenging to farm this farm. However, as it stands, there are some elements that are pretty broken, which are affecting gameplay. As a result, I can't really give this more than 2 stars. So with some fixes to this map, this will be a pretty interesting map to play, I think. However, there is some work that needs to be done to kind of address the little issues around the purchasing of fields. Having missions on this map as well will be really useful. So the missioning, the having the ability to buy a field, fixing a couple of the location markers to get some stuff done. We spawned into a couple of places inside, so the shop, when we spawned in the shop, we were stuck inside a building. Getting the biogas fixed so that basically the buildings are coloured and have textures, I think is important. But with that, we shall finish up. If you found this review useful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of the series that we're doing on the mod contest best map entries, please subscribe to the channel. I will be pumping out as many as I can over the next couple of days. And with that, thank you for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.